Welcome. Welcome to the live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I hope that everyone ready for another trading week. As you guys can see that this is the first session of the weekend day. We have another one coming up as well. So expecting this week to be an incredible trading week. As NFP week, as you know, that NFP is the most important trading event, and I do trade a lot during the NFP with all of you guys and girls. So let's look at the market from A to Z to see how the price might be doing in all the instruments that we trade, including XAUUSD, and also we'll be looking at euro, dollar, and yen pairs as well. See what kind of trading opportunity we may have. So looking at to see if we look at XAUUSD, I'll be starting with the daily chart, and when everyone is here we can begin the analysis. I'm waiting for to everyone to show up. You can write on the live chat, guys, if you are here, so that we can begin the full spectrum of the analysis to see where we can find trading opportunity in the market. I'm waiting to see, and when you are here, guys, make sure that you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Awesome. Thanks for joining the live session. Cool. Would you mind giving a like and make it to probably 20 to see where it is heading? So that, when you like this stream, YouTube algorithm likes it, which is good for creating more content as well as the free education for all of you guys and girls. So thank you for supporting the channel. All right, cool. Let's now begin slowly with the XAUUSD, and I will be looking at first of all monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. So from the monthly, we can see that this is the monthly price action on XAUUSD. Overall picture on the monthly, we can see that it's a bull market. This is a bullish market structure. There's an inverted head and shoulder breakout, pullback, and you can see that it's in another impulsive phase on XAUUSD. And with that said, what we can see, this is the monthly bullish candle formation, and as you can see, today is the last day of the monthly candle close. We might see that the price most likely after a pullback in the upcoming month as well. I'm expecting it to be bullish, but anything can happen, as you know that the market moves its in own way. That's what as a trader must know. The market, most trader, there is something that we definitely as a trader need to look at, is that most trader try to impose their will to the market, but the profitable trader, the successful trader, are those who align their will with the market. So we have our own will, own opinion, and also market moves its own way. So when we understand that actually the market doesn't care about what we think about the market, we understand that we have to align our decision to align with the market with proper risk management, with trade based on strategies, and with all of that. So you can see that on the monthly perspective, what we can see that this is the monthly price action. If we look at the weekly perspective, here is what we can see from the weekly. This is the weekly impulse here, and we can see that with that weekly impulse, pretty strong impulse, a narrow doji formation from the weekly. Is the first day of the trading week, so which is very important to look at to see what kind of trading opportunity we will see that now. And if you guys look at, you can see today, once the market opened, we have seen that initial drop. For me, I think gold might remain bullish for long term, because it's a long term bull market. So we might see that a gold, long term picture is bullish. Come on, there's a whale around me. Let it happen. So we can see that from the monthly perspective, this is a monthly. From the weekly, after a gap open, the price trying to break below. And if we look at the daily chart, we can see that from the daily perspective, there's a gap open on the daily. Now this price action on the daily, though we can see that the monthly and weekly is bullish, daily today so far potentially to be, we might see that potentially bearish on the daily perspective. So there might be even a sideways movement that we could see potentially on XAUUSD. So if we look at the 15 minutes perspective, we can see that this is the 15 minutes time frame, and with that 15 minutes perspective, what we can see that this is a resistance line, and with that resistance, okay, so where you can see this is a resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, and with that resistance, what we can see that this is a, we can see this is a channel, bullish channel here on XAUUSD, and with that bullish channel, I will be waiting for the market to retest again. Locally, we may see that XAUUSD is dropping back to the support level. We might see that from the daily perspective, what I would say that XAUUSD, if the market reach the resistance line, because this is a high liquidity area from the daily, and we may see that potentially XAUUSD dropping back again to the support level. So any price action confirmation from the top, we will be looking for potential selling opportunity on gold. Guys, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any content that I am posting every single day. Thanks for joining the live session. So now we have seen that on XAUUSD, the market on the lower time frame, we see a little bit in a sideways, but at the moment I will be waiting for especially to form a double top or another attempt from the buyers, and then to drop back down again, create a new lower low to see where the market might be heading in that direction. So this is where we can see on XAUUSD a long bearish candle, and after this long bearish candle, okay, so you can see that this is a support turning resistance, wanting to see that one more bounce and then to drop down again to see how the price might be doing here. Okay guys, so in the meantime, also you can stay connected by joining the free Telegram channel. Also you can find link below this video in the description for all the education and updates that I'm posting every day. And how are you doing, guys? Thank you for Elon. Welcome for joining. Omar, good morning. To see busy work. Very good. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Rose, welcome. David, good morning. VFX Traders, thank you very much for joining. Going to you, good morning. Sasa, hello, welcome. Ketumansi, good morning. Bamsi, good morning. Thanks for joining. The 4 hour looks head and shoulder forming. Can you please check 4 hours? So you mean that on XAUUSD? There is a head and shoulder, but this is where also another very important point to look at is that head and shoulder or any pattern, guys, this is a very, very important point to look at. The most important part as a trader that you need to look at is the trend. Okay, so trend is your friend as long as you are trading. I am also trading. That's what I see, I believe. So the most important part here is to look at first the trend and then head and shoulder or double bottom or double top, any of this, because when you look at a market, the trend, let's say, then how do you use the head and shoulder or the double bottom, double top, the patterns with the trend is when head and shoulder serves the purpose of the trend. That's where it comes to be handy. So if I give you another example, I will be interested on a head and shoulder when it breaks out of the structure and form that head and shoulder. So you can note that down. When, let's say, the market is trending, okay, so creating series of higher high and higher low, which is an uptrending market structure, right? So which is a typical uptrending market structure. Now in the typical uptrending market structure, the only decision that I will be making is to buy in that market, even in any situation I wouldn't trade against the trend, which is the most important part of all my strategy that I use. If you see that if you trade with the trend, even the poorest strategy can give you the best trading results over time. So, and then when we see the market trending and then breaking out of the structure, let's say it has broken from that structure, that means that broken from the market structure. So if the market breaks from the market structure, all right, so now if it form, let's say here, an inverted head and shoulder, this is where I will be interested to go long, because this inverted head and shoulder, in other words, if a head and shoulder giving me a trade signal in the major direction of the trend, that's where I will be interested in. So here is not the priority, the head and shoulder, but the prioritizing the trend and then using the head and shoulder as an entry opportunity or criteria. So that's how we can remain always in the major direction of the flow. That's how trading is, guys. I hope that you are enjoying the live session. If you find so far value in it, make sure you smash the like button if you haven't done yet, and press that notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. And any question, don't hesitate to ask. I'm waiting everyone to show up to see if there is any better opportunity. You did a very good breakdown. Well done. Good morning, sir. Thank you. You got it. Thank you. Welcome. Enjoying. Very good to hear that. So we need some music, isn't it? Which one we can do? Okay, so therefore we can see that this is it's an uptrending in a major uptrending market. But at the same time, if you look at a daily chart, you can see the market on the daily resistance line as well. So because it's on the daily resistance, I will be waiting for the price to retest and then to revert back. 15 minutes. If we look at lower time frame, we can see that here is the key to look at. We can see that there is a channel here. Okay, so from that channel, and we can see expecting for this market to revert back, most likely in that area, and then to return back down again to create a new lower low. So looking at the daily and weekly, okay, so you can see the market is approaching that level where there is a high liquidity, and Okay, so here is 15 minutes and lower time frame. Okay, so here we can see slowly trying to come back down. If I look at the 1 minute, now because the major trend is up on XAUUSD, but at the same time gold, you can see that it's also on the daily resistance. So short term we may find opportunity. As soon as we'll find, definitely we'll be looking for entry. And also guys, keep in mind that risk management is the key to be profitable as a trader, which is very important to understand how the market might be doing. And in the meantime, absolutely I appreciate your support to the channel, for being supportive to the channel, helping the channel. Awesome. Okay, so now XAUUSD, here we could see the bias to the potentially to the downside, to the support. I will be looking at also other pairs such as the euro dollar. We can see that euro dollar is, if we look at the monthly chart on euro dollar, so you can see that from the monthly perspective, let's see what kind of opportunity we have on euro dollar. Today is a pretty volatile day for euro dollar. You can see this euro USD. Looking at the calendar on euro USD, we can see that this is dollar. Fed Powell will speak on later today on dollar, and also we have today German preliminary CPI, which is forecast 0.1%, and this is what we can see. So if we look at euro USD, now we can see that from a bigger picture perspective on euro dollar, from the monthly, this is the monthly impulse here on euro USD, and with that monthly impulse we can see pretty strong bounce. And if we look at the weekly perspective, we can see that from the weekly, this is the weekly candle on euro dollar, and there's a doji formation here. And with that doji formation past week, we have seen after gap open, initial bounce, expecting it to drop down to the support level on on euro dollar. So we can see that it is a very strong important market here on euro USD. So if we look at the daily chart, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily price action. We can see series of lower high formation, and as you have seen that also I have posted the weekly forex forecast, explain what I think that on euro dollar we may see a weak fill here. So if you look at the previous daily, there is a long wick at the bottom, and we may see that on euro dollar for the market to come down and then to fill that long wick at the bottom. And from the intraday perspective, from 4 hour, we can see that the market, this is a big drop here, sideways movement, and currently the market is completely in a sideways. So the levels that we can look at for liquidity gap, we might see the price is breaking that high and then to potentially drop towards the downside. That might be on euro USD. So if we look at this market on euro USD, we'll be looking for the market to break below and then to create a new lower low. So looking at here on this one, we can see that from the you can see this is an important support, and I will be looking for potentially selling opportunity on euro USD as soon as we will find that, because though it is still maintaining a series of higher low and lower high, so we need to see a potential liquidity graph from the top or a break of structure for short-term potential selling, and then we can look for any entry. So we will be looking at these two pairs currently, two pairs on XAUUSD, and euro dollar to see how the price might be doing. And I believe that, guys and girls, you're ready for a big week. This is NFP week, guys. Make sure you fully ready, learning the risk management and focusing on the education to become a better trader. Explain how smart money works, please. Alex, thanks for responding. Okay, that's an absolutely a very good question to understand. Becoming curious is very important. According to research, those who had a very high level of curiosity become a better trader. Okay, so it's important that always be curious about, especially if you want to be a trader in trading, you need to be curious to learn how the market moves, and to trade the market, to become a better trader, you also need to learn how the smart money trading in the market. Okay, so I'll be explaining slowly how the smart money trade the market, but all my strategies that I trade based on the smart money concept, which is the liquidity. So if you want to trade with liquidity, also you can check out the link below this video in the description. You can visit the website www.forextradingwizard.com, where also you can learn and grow as a trader with me. So check out the website also for more understanding. I will be discussing on this topic at the moment, on how to understand the smart money trading concept. So let's take a look from a very broader perspective to understand the smart money concept in the market. So in the meantime, let's see what's happening with the XAUUSD. Very narrow movement so far. When the market moves like the sideways, the best way is to wait for the market to show us that opportunity. Okay, so here we can see some slower movement. Let's look at how the smart money works. So you know that the smart money doesn't trade all the time like that. We retail trader, whenever we can, we can go for long or short. But the smart money trade based on when a specific time and event, and the way that trade, it's different. So I'll be quickly explaining to navigate how to understand the smart money trading concept. Before I progress further, I see the likes is almost 1/5 of the view, so I would appreciate if you smash that like button to make it to 20 or above. Awesome. So now how do you understand smart money trading concept? Okay, so let's see, first of all, what I would say the GPS of the market is how the market doesn't move randomly, though we see that if we look at from very a narrow zone, we could see some random movement. But there's always the way the market moves. If you look at, you can see that it's moved like that, but there's a pattern in it. Okay, so if you look at the pattern, so what is pattern? Pattern, you can find pattern in everything, right? So I would say that pattern in is everything. So pattern is what we can recognize something using the pattern. So if you look at that fractal, you can see that's pattern. You can see the galaxy, there's a pattern in it, right? In the human brain there's a pattern, in thinking there's a pattern. So that pattern makes something visible, something. If you look at the human thinking pattern, according to science, 90% of our thinking is repetitive. So what we have thought yesterday will be also repeated today out of 9 out of 10. And that's why sometimes it becomes very difficult to change this pattern to create a new one, because every pattern associated with some kind of outcome that can be visible. So that pattern everywhere, right? So the market also has a pattern in it. So if you look at the market, you can see that if you look at the XAUUSD, for example, here, and in any instrument, there will be a pattern. So how the pattern works is, for example, if the market pattern, that the structure is creating series of lower high and lower low, which is a downtrending market structure. Now in that downtrending market structure, if you look at what you can see, that the market will never be in one direction forever, right? So it's not gonna be in one direction. At some point it's gonna prepare for a change of trend. So if you look at here, you can see, for example, this one, at some point it might form a double bottom, double top, or inverted head and shoulder, anything like that, and then it might change the direction. Okay, so it might break out from that structure. Now when the market breaks out from that structure, this previous supply area where the sellers were interested to sell, if you see, the market has broken out of that level, which is the previous supply area is broken, and that's where we could see the market. If you look at here, you can see that the market, the previous supply area, which is the previous resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, which is turning support here. Okay, so you can see that it's turned support, and that previous supply area now tested as a demand area, and the market started to bounce. Now why the market moves in this way? Well, the reason the market moves in this way is because if you look at here in that area, which is called the order block. Okay, so order block, and in that order block, the smart money willing to buy, which as the market has broken out, and when the smart money bought from that order block, let's say they cannot buy like us, if as a retail trader we can buy 1 lot, 2 lot and 3 lot and then go with it. But if you look at the smart money, they cannot buy like us, like cannot go 1 lot, 2 lot or 3 lots. They need to go with that block by block. For example, they need to buy, let's say, a 200 billion. Okay, for example, just making it up, or maybe 200 million. Now, because the reason they cannot buy all together is, as soon as they will buy, the market will move up and they will not get a better price. So let's say they place a 50 million here, and as soon as they place the order, the market has gone up, because when buyers will buy, the market will bounce back up, and then there is so the pullback is where there is a profit taking, and when there is a profit taking, there's a new opportunity because the price low and the buyers will be interested to buy again, and then the market, they place another order, let's say 20 million, the market has gone up, and like that. Okay, so this is how, that's why the market moves that way. So it creates a trend. So when the market in an uptrend, that means that the smart money are basically in the market buying from a lower low in an uptrending market. So okay, at some point the price will be so high that the buyers may not be interested to buy anymore the smart money, and then the breakup structure happened, because even buyers not buying, sellers are not selling. When they close the buy position, the market started to drop, and that's where we can see the market basically creates its momentum. Okay, so creates its momentum and return back to the upside again with another bounce. So that's where my strategy that I use is wait for BUS or the breakup structure to find proper entry opportunity for potential. That is what you call the liquidity, which is the fuel of the market. So if you want to know how the liquidity works, if we look at this, is also, guys, available for, if you are our member, you can get access to that strategy as well with me. So liquidity, you must be using it with proper risk management. For example, there's one here which what I call the liquidity candle. That means that when the market, the smart money bought the market, the price shoot up, form that candlestick pattern which holds that volume. And that's what you can see, that if you know exactly, especially not only the liquidity candle, you need to combine it with the timing along with the other factors that explained in the courses, that for those who are in the academy, definitely you can access to that. I would recommend you not to use immediately. You need to learn the proper strategy and also risk management before you use that. If you are our member, if you don't get access to that, you can let us know in the support. We'll give you access to that liquidity candle indicator, which is the strategy that I'm trading at the moment in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So with that being said, what we can see here is you can see this is a massive bounce currently, and that's how the smart money moves. I guess that you guys have gotten an idea, but as you know, that trading is not a one-day job. It's a long-term game, and you need to be able to be patient enough to learn the strategy. Okay, so it's not a get rich scheme, neither overnight. You have to be willing to give enough time to learn and grow as a trader. There's a lot to take from here. This is the main key points to learn, to understand as a trader. So now let's see, you can see here, after the retesting the daily resistance on XAUUSD, you can see the market is trying to break below. See the 1 minute, we can see that after a breakup structure, we can see some rejection here. Okay. It's winter rain, summer rain. Good to see that. Okay, so now what we can see here in this area, yeah, from here, as I mentioned before, the market slowly forming potential head and shoulder. So the downside bias is higher to see. What we can see, let me me see here. Okay, so this is a if you look at here, you can see this is the 4-hour and the daily support. Okay, so I will be waiting for the market to retest and then return back down again. Also, guys, at the end of the live session, there is a giveaway for all of you. There will be one lucky winner who will be able to join to trade the liquidity with me in Forex Trading Wizard Academy for lifetime. So make sure you stick till the end of this live session to enter into the competition for the giveaway. Okay, it's approaching that resistance line. You guys with me? Thanks for joining the live session. Thanks also for mentioning that. Thanks for responding. Yes, good morning, everyone. Thanks for... and also, if we look at here, XAUUSD from 1 minute chart, this is where the market is bearish pullback, another drop, and we can see deeper pullback, expecting for this market to drop back to that support level here. Now, at the same time, looking at the calendar, okay, coming up, Powell will speak on later tonight in my zone. I will be trading during that time. Market should be very volatile during that time, and should be able to see good movement on euro dollar as well based on that. Okay, so what we can see here on Euro USD, looking at the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. So I will be doing again the full multi-time frame analysis on euro dollar to see how the price is doing. Now if you look at the euro dollar, this is the previous resistance level on euro USD. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly, this is the weekly doji, there's a gap open and expecting on euro dollar for the market to drop back down again to create a new lower low potentially. If we look at the daily chart, we can see that from the daily time frame, there is a daily healthy body here with a long wick on both sides, and with that long wick on both sides on euro dollar, expecting for this market to drop below to fill that long wick at the bottom. If we look at the 4-hour time frame here, here is what you can see on euro USD. This is a big drop, and we can see that sideways movement at the moment on euro dollar, and with that sideways movement, expecting for this market to, I think we might see a potentially an upside bias here and then to drop back down again. This is what we are expecting on euro dollar, for the market to potentially to bounce and then to revert back again to the support level to see where it is heading. Okay, so if we look at the euro dollar, you can see this is a important market at the moment, as there will be a new opportunity coming later today. So euro dollar, after a potential liquidity grab, we can look for potential selling opportunity. Going back to XAUUSD again to see if there is an opportunity. Okay, so there is a liquidity grab again. Okay, so here what I was looking at is, if you guys look at it, you can see in a very narrow range on the lower time frame on XAUUSD. So if you look at the 4-hour time frame, support level from intraday perspective. It's here. And now the bias is still out. I would still be remaining short-term bearish, not long-term, because it's a long-term bull market. But short-term, we might see that potentially towards the downside to see where it is heading. I'll be taking a 1 minute break. Coming back, guys, let me know what you are looking at. Awesome. We can see that some bearish movement here on the lower time frame, XAUUSD again. So here what we can see, you can see this is a 1 minute chart, and the range is very narrow. Otherwise, I would look to potentially sell, but the range is really narrow, so there is a support coming. See where it is heading. Dollar yen, yeah, we'll be looking at that. Thank you, Rose. Good morning, David, Googie More, Julie. Thank you very much. GJ, please update. What about dollar CAD today? Good question. Dollar CAD, we haven't looked at it yet, but let me see what's happening with the dollar CAD. If you look at dollar CAD, there's a big gap open, back-to-back 2 gap open, and there's a long wick at the bottom on dollar CAD. I think that if we look at here from the lower time frame, we could see that dollar CAD is closely looking at dollar CAD. We might see that the market is breaking below potentially, but locally we see some uptrend here. And yeah, dollar CAD, there is a gap open. We might see some short-term upside, but long-term trend is down on dollar CAD. If we look at the monthly, also there's a monthly support. So if we look at multi-time frame perspective, yeah, we might see some short-term after grabbing liquidity from the top. We can look for short-term opportunity, but at this moment, not a very organized market to trade, so I will be leaving it aside. Where you can see that XAUUSD and euro dollar, that's we are looking to see where the market might be heading, to see where we can find the trading opportunity. Now, okay, so here is 1 minute candlestick pattern. As we are trading on 1 minute, we are looking to see potential entry. So sideways movement. I'd like to know what you guys are up to on that. And in the meantime, I have an important question to ask you guys. If you are ready to answer, let me start a poll, then I know that exactly you guys are on it. So as you can see, there is a NFP coming up later this week, looking at the calendar. And so let's try to understand, which way the market might be heading with the NFP data coming up. So what's your view on that? Let's understand that. So do you think that with the NFP, if we look at in terms of DXY, the daily, we see narrow movement from the weekly. So do you think that NFP will bounce, DXY will bounce with NFP, or it's gonna drop further? So let's start that poll, and let me ask you guys, what do you think? So you think that DXY bullish or bearish? Okay, I'm from Bangladesh. Welcome, thank you for joining. Please check dollar yen. You will be looking at that. Okay, so cast a vote, guys, to see what's your view on that, everyone. So you know that exactly, majority of you which way think that NFP might take the DXY. Now we can see that yen pairs that I was looking at, GBP, JPY, and dollar yen, they are also trending. Dollar yen downside, here we can see bearish. Okay, we can see there isn't much on the dollar yen at the moment, sideways. Coming back to XAUUSD. Okay, so here is what we can see on XAUUSD. There is a bearish drop here on the 15 minutes, and this is the current resistance line. And from that current resistance, this is the 1 minute, we can see some There is a liquidity candle here. Okay, is it now trying to bounce back up? Not a very strong momentum, not a very tradable, very strong momentum on it. Bounce are there, US elections, so need to keep markets up. Thank you. Rose, how are you? Thank you very much. Wish you all a very successful trading day. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. We can see some upside bias here, and again rejection. So pretty, massive price action. Hello, sir. Kindly analyze the chart of German. We I don't trade that one. German 40. I think it's gonna be very, might be not interested for us at the moment. Thank you very much. Welcome. Okay, so euro dollar again. Looking at the euro dollar from the lower time frame, we can see that okay, so there is a long rejection on euro dollar. If you guys look at it, you can see the 4-hour time frame as well. This is a pretty strong rejection on euro USD. And if we look at the daily chart, we can see that from the daily, yeah, this is the daily resistance level that I can see on euro dollar. And this is where if the market breaks this high, that's where we can look for potential entry after a rejection. Because you can see that here is this is quite a few daily resistance candles closed here, which is an important level of resistance, and with that resistance we can expect on euro dollar to break below to see where it is heading. Again, another bounce, narrow pullback, expecting another bounce to the upside. So euro dollar after this in bar, it's bouncing back up. We'll be looking at euro dollar and XAUUSD. I think both of them currently in a very strong trend. Sanjay, your analysis is good. How long have you been trading? Do you only trade market that you know? Sanjay, yes, I only trade the market that I know, only those pairs that gives me potential opportunity. And yeah, I'm trading for a long time. So it's a long trading career, and this is what I love. You guys also let us know how long you are trading. So you can see here on what is your view on DXY and FP. So we can see that 65% of you think that it's gonna be 65% bullish, 35% bearish. So that means if we look at DXY here, if you look at DXY, you can see that this market from the weekly bearish. So 64% think that bullish. Also, you need to know the reason. Reason is very important to know. If you think that bullish, what do you think that why? Because we might see some short-term upside, but for me, the trend is the most important part in trading. Okay, so let's see. We'll keep it as a view, and let's see which way the market might be heading for long-term perspective to see overall picture. Okay, so now at the moment we can see that also let us know, guys, how long you are trading, what's your trading experience, and it will be helpful for everyone to know also your experience, how long you are trading. So we can see that on in this one on XAUUSD, again going back to that bounce from this level. So the 1 minute chart, and quite a few long wick doji here. Okay, the market is forming series of higher high and higher low, which is an uptrending market. Okay, so it reached that daily level. It's the 1 minute. Okay, so we see triple top. Right here, I will be looking for selling opportunity at the moment on XAUUSD. Stop loss above this high. So this is gonna be the buy market. Must be risk managed. Definitely only few people stop loss, guys. It is essential. If you don't do the risk management, then only opening a demo account, it's very, very important. Anything can happen. So I'm putting my stop loss above this high with a tight stop loss. TP target, we'll see, because it's a very narrow range, we can't keep very bigger TP. So I'm keeping a smaller TP target. It's just for educational purpose. So make sure, guys, you do proper risk management, focus on learning and also growing as a trader. So there are around 15 pip stop loss. So I'm late in my entry anyway. This is what happened when so let's try to catch some pip here. If you are not doing the risk management, it's very, very difficult for you to be profitable. Just keep in mind, guys, it's the primary condition to be profitable as a trader is to do the risk management. I'll be also explaining the trade later. So it's very important, guys, that you take care of. So we see some upside here. Now, as I mentioned, might try to bounce back up. It's not opening. Okay, so you can see some movement here. Expecting it to break below. I need to go to support. Okay, so this gap opening is not that I didn't like very much. That gap opening is potential for side. So we'll see if it is holding it for us. So this gap opening is potentially bullish, but we have very tight stop loss. As you can see, my stop loss is always very, very tight, so that we can, keep always managed. Even if one trade not working out, we can cover from the next trade or from the next trade. Okay, so it might not go in our favor, but it's still holding it. So we might lose here in this trade. How many pip? 15 pip. Still on the trade. Still should be on the trade. Okay. Now if it is a rejection, then we might see something different. See. Okay. Now this is the last chance that if the market breaks from here, then we might be a winner on this trade. That's not gonna be. So it's gonna be a liquidity candle formation. We might see potentially to be to the upside. We might have lost that trade. The last moment. Okay. Now if that's get a rejection, that will be an incredible. Okay, now this is gonna be really awesome. I think we saw that from the top. I'm still on the trade. From the top, it got a rejection. That might be a potential reversal if we see that. I'm still on the trade. Guys, are you guys on the trade yet? Yeah, thank you. Trading on off 5 years. I'm between. Yeah, are you in? Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm on the trade with a very tight stop loss. And now if we can see this is a potential reversal, we can catch some potential peep here. But it's really important to see that it's breaking below to the support to see where it is heading. You guys with me? Can you let me? Okay, so BS. Can you let me know how many traders are still on it? Anyone has got any kind of stop loss hit? I think shouldn't be, because the price didn't reach that far yet, unless you have a very wider spread. If you want to also check out the broker that I'm trading, you can find link below this video in the description. They're currently offering 50% deposit bonus. You can check it out. Link below this video in the description. So we can see we are almost nearing again to the entry point. So okay, here is the key. If it is reversing from here, if we look at the daily, come on, near to the entry and then again trying to bounce. Okay, so probably okay, looks like that I'm expecting it to break below at least to that support. Anyone on the trade? Anyone else other than the BS Swiss? Okay. All right. We can see that break below, which is good to see that it's breaking below. Okay. So extreme media. Yes. Anyone else? You can write, guys. Yes. So do you know that how many of you on the trade? And okay, now the most important part here for us to see that it has broken below. The range is very narrow, so we can't take very long target. But now it's now trying to bounce, which is not a very good sign to look at. Let's see how this candle is closing. Okay, so here we can see the drop, which is what I'm expecting. Okay, one thing, wanna see some gain here. We are little down, expecting it to drop down further. Okay, so from if we look at the 30 minutes, this is a narrow candle formation on the 30 minutes. Okay, this market again trying to bounce. Okay, this bounce is a sign of upside or downside. Okay, you see downside potentially. It is crucial to see that XAUUSD ultimately breaking below, which could be or could be the other way around. Okay, you can see some improvement. Okay, so Omar, all right, so you see a couple of members on the trade. So now here the risk management is key, as I mentioned, guys, which is very, very important. Otherwise it's gonna work. Okay, so there is a narrow candle formation here, and okay, wanting to see that it's this mobile didn't like it really. It almost came to the support again, returned back. Could have break even. Still holding it to see. Got to stop out on that. So this is it almost reached that support level and got to stopped out. So we will be this is stopped out here. We'll be waiting for another entry. We might see now some upside trend here on XAUUSD. So we need to wait for the market to show us another hand. Looking at euro dollar. Okay, so XAUUSD, we got, it's a very tight stop loss, guys. Keep in mind that stop loss is very important to put that on. So on XAUUSD, we are minus on that on 15 pip. So we'll be waiting for another trade. So today I will be coming on live again in NY session to see this one. We will be holding it here. Didn't work out. We will be looking for another entry opportunity as soon as we will find that. And in the meantime, traders, if you enjoyed this live session, make sure you give a thumbs up. So I'll go to the giveaway section to find a lucky winner for today's giveaway on using the liquidity candle and liquidity strategy that we are trading. So I will be writing the keyword here, liquidity, and if you guys write liquidity, you can be entering into the competition. Okay, you can see I have seen the 3 eligible members in the competition. Thank you. Seven eligible members in the competition to enter into the competition. You can see awesome. So you can see that on I'll be waiting for more members to join on the giveaway, at least above 10. We can then roll it up for 1 member to join the academy. Thank you. So you got 9 eligible members. We'll be waiting for 1 more member to join the competition. So we see 9 members. So I'm going to roll it up with that. So we can see Justin Sane. Justin Sane is today's winner of the liquidity candle trading strategy. Trade with the liquidity. You can visit the website Justin and then let us know your email address. We'll send it back to you straight away. Congratulations for being part of Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining. I'll see you again trading live together very soon. Until then, stay well, stay happy.